Have you heard what's happened? Barbie's changed. Barbie's new and different.
Did you have any idea that the best-selling children's toy in history was inspired by advertisements for adult men? Or that Ken and Barbie almost broke up forever, but got back together because of a cowboy? The story of the world's biggest celebrity doll is wrapped up in much more controversy and amazing facts than you can imagine. Today we're going to tell you everything, absolutely everything, that is safely stored in Barbie's little pink box and that few people truly know. 99% of the world's population on any of the 5 continents has heard of Barbie. The doll symbol of style, fashion, and determination is undoubtedly the most successful toy in the history of humankind. Seriously, no other toy has generated as many models, movies, and animated series as Barbie. With over 60 years of existence, Barbie has had over 40 releases that range from space adventures, fairy tales, underwater escapades, to being a skillful spy and a superhero. It's a lot of stuff. But the truth is, if it weren't for a secretary, none of this would have happened. And worse, a secretary that never existed. Confused? Don't worry, you'll soon become unconfused. Barbara Millicent Roberts was born on March 9, 1959, in Willows, Wisconsin. And yes, we're talking about Barbie herself, not her creator, because few people know that this is Barbie's full name. She was named by Ruth Handler, president of Mattel, the company that owns Barbie, in honor of her daughter, whose name was Barbara. And the initial idea actually came from little Barbara too. Ruth saw her daughter playing with her friends, even though they were still children, pretending to be adults, pretending they were grown-ups, working and driving. With this idea in mind and wanting to do something completely new, when Ruth and her family were on vacation in Switzerland, Ruth saw a doll in a shop window that gave her the idea she needed. The name of the little doll was Build Lily. But this doll was not for children, it was for adult men. Hold on, let me explain. A German newspaper called Bild had comic strips featuring this character Lily. However, these comics depicted Lily, who was a secretary, but get ready, she dated older men for money, if you catch my drift. That's why adult men collected Lily, because of the uninhibited spirit she represented. But Ruth's daughter, an innocent little child who had no idea about any of this, asked for the doll in provocative clothes that was in the shop window, and her mother bought it. Seeing her daughter innocently enjoying herself, Ruth had the most profitable idea in the history of toys, to adapt Lily for the children's market, teaching girls how they could play at being adults, changing clothes, accessories, and having many fashion and style-related items with a new doll. This was because, at the time, practically all dolls sold were just baby dolls. In other words, children were playing with other children. But with Barbie, it would be different. They would play with a future version of themselves. And that's definitely what happened. The first edition of Barbie sold all 350,000 units that were produced. And since then, she has never stopped selling and earning millions and millions with new models and designs, cartoons, shows, and Barbie phenomenon movies. But it wasn't easy to sell her dolls. Remember, this happened over 60 years ago. And the truth is, many mothers, fathers, and toy store owners viewed Barbie with suspicion because of what she could represent. After all, she was single, childless, and completely fashion-forward, something that adults, both men and women, didn't approve of at the time. That's why Ruth had a brilliant idea. She created an advertisement directly targeting little girls and children instead of the parents, as was the custom at the time. With a sweet and gentle tune, the commercial portrayed Barbie as beautiful, and a little girl says, "I'll pretend I'm just like you." And that was definitely a hit.
I'll make believe that I am you.
As little girls convinced their parents to buy a beautiful and sweet Barbie for them to be inspired by and dream with. The doll cost $3, which is equivalent to $30 today. It was an affordable price, but Ruth, being the visionary she was, knew that success wouldn't just come from selling the doll, but from what would come next. Being a symbol of fashion and independence, Mattel realized that the best way to profit was by creating and selling more and more accessories for the same doll that the child already had at home. New clothes, shoes, hair accessories, different environments and houses, everything could be purchased separately and whenever a new item was released. So, in addition to being a sales success as a doll, Barbie was also successful because she sold a lot more of the small accessories than anything else. This way, the same doll could literally become whatever she wanted. When the Barbie doctor was released, the child could buy only the doctor's clothes and tools for the doll she already had. Or, if she wanted to be a ballerina, the same thing. Or a princess, or an astronaut, or a police officer, or any of the other 180 careers she has had throughout her history. And that's what made and continues to make Barbie an outrageous sales success to this day. She even ran for President of the United States for the first time in 1991, but not before being an Olympic athlete in 1975. Tell me, if Barbie ran for president and you could vote for her, would you vote? Comment down below. We want to know. With such diversity of professions and activities, every time a new Barbie and her line of friends, sisters, and boyfriends are developed and launched, over 100 professionals from different fields are needed to create everything necessary, including fashion designers, stylists, seamstresses, and even makeup artists. In fact, over 50 famous designers have had the privilege of designing fashion for the world's most famous doll, which is certainly a great honor. With Barbie's enormous success, fans, and even those sellers who thought the doll would be a bad influence, started requesting new characters to accompany the pink-loving celebrity. That's why, just 2 years later, Mattel created Barbie's eternal boyfriend, Ken. The cool thing is that the name Ken wasn't chosen randomly. Just like Barbie, the dolls' names were inspired by Ruth's other son, Little Kenneth. Ken's full name is Kenneth Sean Carson, and he and Barbie have been dating for over 50 years. They broke up once on Valentine's Day in 2004. During that time, Barbie dated surfer and DJ Blaine, but the relationship lasted only 2 years. Meanwhile, Ken had just become another friend of Barbie's, but all that changed after they met in Toy Story 3 in 2010, where they participated in one of Woody's adventures, the cowboy from the Pixar franchise. And in 2011, Mattel officially announced that they had reconciled again on Valentine's Day in 2011, 7 years after their breakup. Another important character in Barbie's story is her best friend Midge, who was created in 1963, and since then, they have been best friends.
Surprise! It's Midge, Mattel's marvelous new teenage doll.
Unlike Barbie and Ken, Midge married Alan, Ken's best friend, and they had children. So the question remains, do you think Barbie and Ken will ever get married? Comment below, because I think when that happens, it will be the event of the century. In addition to the boyfriend and best friend, Barbie has had 7 siblings over the years, but with greater emphasis on Chelsea, who has been the one most involved in her older sister's series and movies. Furthermore, few people know that Barbie's first pet wasn't a kitten or a dog, but a horse named Dancer. Quite innovative. Although not a character, but a version of Barbie, we have to highlight that in 1980, the first black Barbie was introduced, bringing even more inclusion to little girls around the world.
S.I.S. so in style. S.I.S. so in style. 3 best friends with style.
Barbie is one of the few toys that has its own social media presence, such as a YouTube channel where she started as a vlogger in 2015, sharing things about her daily life with friends and family. This helped the doll experience a new growth spurt after a few years of difficult sales due to little girls being more interested in digital platforms than in dolls. But with Barbie's presence on social media, the game changed, and she became an even brighter star in the world of toy celebrities. She also has her own Instagram account called @BarbieStyle, launched in 2014, which now has over 2.5 million followers. The account showcases Barbie in different looks in different places around the world, in true Barbie style. With all the success and glamour, Barbie had her first live-action film released in 2023, and we have to say, the movie turned out great. It's a mix of fantasy world, real world, chase scenes, and a whole lot of pink after all. Barbie even has her own patented color called Barbie Pink. Barbie's success is so immense that her most expensive version was sold at an auction in 2010 for $302,500. The doll was created in collaboration with Australian jewelry designer Stefano Canturi, and aimed to raise funds for Breast Cancer Research Foundation, which is a very noble cause. Despite having some life-size Barbie houses around the world, like the one inaugurated in Berlin in 2013, which attracts tourists from all over the world. The most faithful Barbie house is actually located on the beach in Malibu, California, known as the Barbie Dream House. It was inaugurated in 2019 and has literally everything made for Barbie. In fact, as part of a promotion for the live-action Barbie film, some lucky fans with deep pockets had the chance to rent the house for their family for 3 days. How about you? Would you like to spend a weekend in the most pink beachfront house in the world? I would love that. That was the true story of Barbie and how she became this worldwide phenomenon. Comment below what you think of this celebrity in the toy world and what surprised you the most about Barbie's incredible journey. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. Until next time, bye-bye!